Hello, my friend Terry Petrovic here. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about 7 traits that I believe are critical if you want to build a walkaway residual income. Now, these traits are critically important if you're serious about being a good sponsor, coach, or leader to your team. And understand that it takes a while sometimes for these traits to develop within you, because you have to be the type of leader that's going to attract the right people to your business so that you can really create a massive team. And I'm talking tens of thousands of people all over the world. And I've done this in the past, so I feel like I have some experience and knowledge here. The first thing that you really need to focus in on in terms of a character trait is simply you need to be knowledgeable. You need to be knowledgeable about your company, your compensation plan, your products. And it doesn't necessarily mean you need to have all the answers, but you need to know where to go for the answers. You know, a large part of my successes in the past is because I'm a very good connector. You know, if I'm talking to somebody and they have an interest in this area of wealth management and they have this kind of a background, I want to connect them. Because you know what, when people see that other people like them, whether they're a homemaker or a business professional or a blue-collar worker, are having success in your business or with your product, then the light bulb goes off in their mind and say, hey, I can do this. Now, when you're first starting out, you don't need to be super knowledgeable. You can focus on some of these other traits to be a good sponsor. The second one is you need to lead by example. In other words, never ask somebody to do what you're not willing to do. Be the example in terms of your daily activity in your business. You know, talking to people, whether it be online or offline, getting prospects, doing regular presentations, doing regular 3-way calls and presentations and things like that. That is so important because you know what? You've heard it before. Speed of the leader, speed of the pack. Very, very true. And there's some simple ways that you can track your activity to make sure that you and your team are always focused on highest payoff tasks. You know, there's so many ways that you can stay busy but not productive. So as a good sponsor, leader, and coach, your job is to make sure that the brand new person that you're working with or the seasoned person that you're working with is staying focused on their activities. Now, that brings me to the third characteristic, which is being patient. While somebody might join your business today and they're going to say they're going to go great guns, they're going to do all these great things, it's not always the way it turns out. So you have to be patient. You have to just love them and let them grow. Sometimes people have their own personal development process to go through. I know I did. You know, I got to like $5,000 a month one time, and I just couldn't break through that bubble. And I hired a coach, and you know, she told me, she said, Terry, you know, for things to change, you got to change. For things to get better, you got to get better. And I said, you know, that kind of makes sense. So my upline had to be patient with my process. Probably more important than that is that I had to be patient with my process. But I had to be very, very focused on what I wanted to accomplish. I needed to know where I wanted to go. Which brings me to the fourth characteristic, and that is being accountable. If you say you're going to do something as a leader, as a sponsor, then you need to have the reputation that somebody can take your word to the bank, because the truth is, without your word, you've got nothing. And I believe your word will be the reputation that will attract many people to you. And you know, I've heard it many times with people working with myself, is that, Terry, you know, I love working with you because you're a very direct communicator. You don't hold anything back. There are no agendas. You know, what you see is what you get. And I've learned to use this language, which brings me to the, I guess it is the fifth characteristic, and that is to be a direct communicator. So when I'm talking with somebody and I'm kind of walking on eggshells, if you will, I'm going to just ask the person, could be a prospect, could be a business associate, I'm going to ask them this question. May I be direct with you? They'll think, I'll say, yeah, sure, of course. And then I just put it out there. I had a conversation with a business partner just this morning about other people judging him because I put something out on Facebook that he was now aligned with me and partnering with me, and which I think is awesome. He's a phenomenal leader in the industry. He's perfectly suited for what we're trying to accomplish with our little niche here. And he said there's some people that are going to give him the grief. Well, I can tell you that at the end of the day, what's most important is that he is taking care of his family. And that's important for you too. At the end of the day, you've got to make the decisions and the choices, which may not be easy or popular, but you've got to do what you've got to do for you and take care of you and yours. That makes sense? I know I've had to do that, and you know what? There could be some emotion there, but at the end of the day, you need to be honest and you need to communicate very, very directly. Which brings me to characteristic or trait number 6, and that is integrity. Have integrity. Your reputation online and offline is based on your integrity. When you come from a place of always trying to do the right thing, may not always seem like the right thing to people, but in your mind, as long as you're coming from the right place, trying to accomplish the right thing, and you have integrity, you don't play games, you're not manipulative, you don't lie to yourself or others, you're going to be a strong sponsor, a leader, and a coach. And that, my friend, is highly attractive. And the last characteristic that I want to share with you is vision. As a sponsor, as a leader, you need to know where you're going. You need to listen to your brand new business partner about who they are, what their challenges are, where they want to go, and you need to do what I call future pacing. Future pacing is basically taking the person into the future with what they want to accomplish. So we're going to get you started today. We're going to take you through your training. In your first week, you're going to bring in your first two people, and we're going to work really, really hard on that. So you walk them into the future where they are going to go. You see, every leader, every strong sponsor is good at planting seeds in people's minds and giving people the belief and the vision that where they are today, working with you, is absolutely the smartest decision that they could ever make. Does that make sense? Would you like to work with somebody like that? What happens if you could create a culture within your team of people who had that mindset, that leadership, that belief? These 7 characteristics aren't always easy, I can tell you that firsthand. But I'll tell you this, you are going to feel so good inside when you start showing up with these. So if you're weak in an area or two, work on it. Read a book, listen to a tape, study other people, watch other people, watch what they do, and think to yourself, is that how I'd like to be perceived or carry myself? Because you know what? A lot of times it's the broke people who can be some of our best teachers. I hope this has been helpful for you. My name is Terry Petrovic. Remember this, you have a choice. Make it a better than terrific day and a very prosperous one. I look forward to helping you real soon. Take care. Bye-bye now.